sound effect. Welcome back to Alcohol Content. We're here with Ryan.
Oh.
Yeah. We got Rick.
Rick right here. Yeah.
And you got me, Austin, and we found something special on the shelves, and we wanted to give you our hot takes. So, Rick, what do we got? Oh, you have it this time.
Well, he's got to open it. We haven't opened it.
Ba.
Some Elmer T. Lee.
Oh, boy.
Yep. Found an Elmer.
Sweet.
In the wild.
In
An
the
Elmer
wild.
in the wild.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Checked today. So MSRP is, and have you had Elmer before?
I have
Elmer
not.
T. Lee. I like Elmer T. Lee bourbon quite a bit.
Yeah. I used to, when I first got into whiskey, it wasn't quite as rare, and I ended up snagging a few.
Yeah. So, this is Buffalo Trace, correct?
Buffalo Trace product, absolutely.
course.
It's single barrel. It is mash bill. It's mash bill 2.
Oh.
So it's sort of like with the single barrels there. So that makes it, Hancock Reserve, Elmer T. Lee, Blanton's, Rock Hill Farms, Ancient Age is also mash bill 2. And mash bill 2, again, it's considered their higher rye mash bill, even though it's only between 10 to 12 or 15%. That's the guesstimate. They don't put out their mash bills. But I know that it should be what's in the bottle, but I'm not going to lie. I am a huge Elmer T. Lee fan. Of the person, absolutely.
Okay.
So to me, it's hard. It's for a $40 bourbon. This is absolutely awesome. But before came over today, checked on Drizzly. This bottle right here, $459, which
Nice.
is, as much as I love Elmer T. Lee, the person, no way. This isn't even $100 bourbon.
Yeah. So, I'm looking at the branding they got here. It's single barrel, which means something to me. And also has sour mash, which means nothing to me because I think it's a marketing gimmick. So why do they have single barrel sour mash? Are they just going along with the whole, we have a sour mash, even
It's
though
just
everything
old
else
school.
is sour mash? Okay.
Because it is, everything is sour
Yeah.
mash, but it is old school.
All right.
There are a very few that have a sweet mash, but think of it like sourdough bread. You always keep the starter, like you keep part of the starter of sourdough bread,
Yeah.
right? And that's all that happens. They hold back some of the fermented
runoff.
fermented product to start the next batch because it gives them consistency. So that's what sour mash is.
Okay.
So many whiskeys don't even have that on there now.
Yeah.
So this is, I think, what is this? 90 proof. It's 90 proof, single barrel. So each bottle could be a bit different from a different barrel.
Whoa.
That smells really nice and hot. The 90 proof comes through on the nose, but I get like a light. Did you just burn? See, I was like,
Did it splotch up in your
I
eye?
was giving you a warning. I'm like, the proof comes through, and then
Bam!
got
Wow.
me. Got him.
Wow.
So, anyways,
Better than in the nose.
This is golden. Like, obviously, the color is golden brown, but on the nose, I'm
Yeah.
getting some
Honeyed graham cracker.
yeah,
I
with some
definitely-
orange.
I get
Like
honey, graham cracker,
spurt some
orange, a little brown sugar, but yeah,
grams.
definitely some. Yeah,
a sweet Teddy Graham.
yeah, honey, graham cracker, Teddy Graham, some orange.
Yeah, I like that orange.
There's a little maple for me.
The orange isn't like right when I smell. It's if I kind of hold it
Mm-hmm.
afterwards, it starts turning into that orange juice. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Wow. That's a kind of a roller coaster right there. Whoa. Oh my God.
Well, I'm still tasting.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Wow.
That is,
Wow.
Wow,
That's a couple of
Wow.
Wilsons at least.
that's 5 Owen Wilsons.
Wow. Okay. This I was not expecting that. I need to collect myself and have another drink.
It's somehow both intense and also light and easy.
Yep. No, it's light and easy. There's a little bit of complexity there, but it's super well balanced. I think that's why it comes across as light and easy. It's super well balanced. Because there's some oak, there's some wood there.
Yeah.
But there's sweetness. There's definitely some that nose continues through on the palate, and then even kicks in with vanilla on the palate. I mean, everything on the nose, the Teddy Graham, the orange, but I get a rich vanilla that for 90 proof, this just sort of keeps sort of going.
This also has the least amount of that yeast note that I talk about with Buffalo Trace than I've had in any other Buffalo Trace. Like this and Ancient Age are the two that are like, they don't seem to be a part of that profile, and everything else seems to be in that profile.
Yeah, and I think what's replacing it is like honey.
Yeah.
Like,
not like
a
a
honey
cherry
stick,
wood.
like a even I wouldn't say cinnamon, but like there's different flavors of them, and there's something in the little honey sticks that it definitely matches. The mouthfeel is very strange. It's not drying or anything. It's actually the opposite. I find, yes, this is a liquid. I understand that, but I find that this is slippery. It's like I feel maybe it's the ethanol kind of keeping the surface tension of the alcohol or something. I don't know. It's like moving around my tongue and cooling off my tongue. It's interesting. Either that or I'm having a stroke. So we need to call 911.
You heard it here first, folks.
You didn't
Elmer
mention
T. Lee, if you want to have a stroke out of good bourbon, this is your stroke of good luck.
Yeah.
How can we take a bourbon named after a great person, and then we just go right
It's
straight?
so good, your brain melts.
You wanted the hot takes, Rick.
It is good. So this is your first time tasting?
Yeah. This is blowing my mind. This is, for one of the first experiences I've had of this, this is up there. Like,
Yeah.
I understand why this is hard to find.
Yeah.
Well, you used to say
I was buying this for $43.
right. You used to say, and well, it's just you can't find it much anymore. But you used to say that this is the best $40 bourbon out there.
I maintain that.
If you can get it for $40.
If you find this for $40, I challenge anyone to find a better bourbon at that price point. $50, you can find some good bourbons. This will compete easily with all those. $60, it still can probably compete. Now you're going to find more interesting, higher proof stuff. But also, throw any 90 proof bourbon against this.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Is there a better 90 proof bourbon out there? I don't know of one.
You know what's interesting would to try the single barrel Evan Williams against it, just for the sake of Evan Williams
Christ,
is one step down in $30
Or even
range.
Blanton's, which is the same mash bill, same.
I would take the Silver Blands every time. Every single time.
Now, what's sort of interesting to me, these are single barrels, and I haven't had Elmer in quite a while. Or actually, my one at home has very little in it, so I think it's sort of changed. But put Elmer in a lineup for a tasting of, like 5 or 6 or 7 different Buffalo Traces. And when I tasted it, and it was blind, so even though I was in charge of it, it was blind to me too, right? It was double blind. When I tasted the Elmer there, amongst other Buffalo Trace, it was caramel apple all day long. I'm not really, there's a little bit of caramel, there's definitely vanilla, but I wouldn't say it's caramel apple at all. It's much more the Teddy Grahams or Honey Grahams on this barrel or this tasting.
But compared to most of the other Buffalo Trace stuff that has that kind of darker cherry fruit, like red fruit that has to do with it, you put that in a lineup with all those, this is going to be way brighter and lighter and honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fantastic. So if you've never had Elmer T. Lee and you find it, get it. Don't spend $400 on it, dear God. Don't do that.
What would be the maximum price you would pay for this, personally?
For this one?
For this.
Wait, because you wanted it on your collection and you didn't have it, or just for the taste profile?
I think.
What do you think it's worth?
I think
range.
this could be a $60 bourbon, no problem.
Yeah, I'd pay $65 to $70, but that's partly taste and partly to have it in the
hard to
collection.
have,
Right.
But I mean, it's Buffalo Trace, so they're always keeping their stuff lower prices, but they could sell this for $60, no problem,
easy,
and it would still fly off the shelf.
Well, and even now, because it's so hard to find even regular retail outlets when the few times it's there.
Yeah.
You're probably going to be paying $60 or $65 for it, or and on up from there. But like I said, I checked Drizzly and it was $400 and some dollars, and it's like,
I wouldn't pay that.
yeah, I mean, come on, exactly.
$70, I would still probably pay.
It's such an easy drinker.
It is. It is. And I think it's easy to say that it's super simple, but I think it's more complex than that. I just think it's so well balanced that it comes across as simple and just a really easy drinker. And I'm telling you, I'm still, like, for 90 proof, the finish just, for me, just sort of keeps going on. And and when I say it drinks hotter, I don't mean in a nasty way, but that warmth is still there, like I don't get on other 90 proofs.
I remember one time I brought a bottle of this over, and me and Eric, buddy Eric, who watches the pod consistently.
Oh, yeah, Eric.
Shout out,
What's
Eric.
up?
We did a serious amount of damage to one of these, which afterward I regretted a little bit because it's like, damn, that's a hard bottle to find, and that was just one night. But it's so easy drinking, and we glass after glass, no problem.
So, message to Eric: you best be appreciating that moment that you had together.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you, motherfucker.
I will say, I like the first taste I had more than the last.
As
taste
it goes on.
That first taste, because the 90 proof hits you, it's like, what's going on? I don't know what's happening. That's what I felt like. It just kept hitting me from different angles. It still tastes good, and now it's more consistent. But
the more I taste it, the kind of deeper, the darker it goes.
yeah,
It's not quite as light and
it's
sort
like
of citrusy.
It's like you're able to add on to what you previously had. It builds up.
Layers.
It's Legos.
Yeah.
It's Lego blocks
Yeah.
or something like that. There's definitely stuff going on there. Also, I'd be remiss. I mean, I know this is a hot take and it's short, but Elmer T. Lee was sort of a self-made man. I mean, born on a tobacco farm in Kentucky. His dad died relatively early. Mom moved him to, I think, Frankfurt. He was a radar bombardier. Bombed Japan. No, in the B-29 or whatever. Got out, used his GI Bill, went to the University of Kentucky for engineering, and then started at I think it was called the Stag Distillery at the time or whatever,
Oh, really?
and worked his way up. And Elmer T. Lee worked under Colonel Blanton, Colonel Bacon Blanton.
I was hoping you were going to say Abraham Lincoln.
And so Elmer T. Lee. He was always around the distillery, but in 1985, I think he was done, being master distiller. But in 1984, he's the one that paid homage to Colonel Blanton.
Oh, okay.
with the Blanton.
With the Blantons.
So it all full circle.
Yeah.
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 It all
That's awesome.
comes together.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, is it a thumbs up? A thumbs
Long story
down?
short,
Definitely
it's awesome.
a drinker.
The bottle's awesome. The price should be awesome. The history's awesome.
And it has these nice little handholds, on the sides.
Yeah.
So you can really just chug
Grip it, grip
and
it.
Rip that.
Grip it and rip it.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that is sort of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of like this, but that's sort
Got
of
a cute
Elmer T.
little
Lee too.
dimples.
The simplicity of the bottle and
Yeah.
things like that. That's sort of Elmer T. Lee. He was not ever calling attention to himself.
Understated
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
Not
Yeah.
an understated whiskey.
No. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Elmer T. Lee. Go out and get it for $450. It's totally worth it. Secondary market is the way to go. All right, go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you want to see more of this stuff, let us know what you want to see in the comments because, we got the whole world in front of us. So let us know any bottles you want us to try. And outside of that, take it easy.
Have a good one.